Hello, everyone, and welcome into the Is This Your Person reading. So today we'll be taking a look at kind of a specific situation, and if this resonates with you, then there's something here in this message for you today. So let's go ahead and jump in and see what energies are coming out. We did have Venus go direct here today, so hopefully you're seeing some lightening of the energy, maybe some better communication, things feeling like you're getting a little bit on track. And some of this, when we talk about these things, it's subtle. So don't make sure that you're not putting too much weight in, oh my gosh, this is what's happening with the planet. So of course there's going to be communication. Of course there's going to be trouble, because then you're almost like anticipating bad things. So it's good to know that that's there, but just make sure that you're not too hyper focused on what all is happening from a planetary shift perspective. All right, so in the recent past, we have our Ten of Wands in reverse, and we have the Hermit in reverse. So this is kind of this lonely, withdrawing type of energy, and that's really coming up here, as well as this energy of like stress and burnout. So this is, your Ten of Wands in reverse is about stress and burnout. And so it's really kind of leaving you lonely in this relationship. So that's not necessarily the best feelings. So let's take a look. In your current energy, then you have Judgment in reverse and Nine of Cups in reverse. And with these, the cards have been shuffled like back and forth like this too. So it just happens that they're all coming out in reverse so far. So because of some of this stress and burnout and feeling lonely in the past, it's been pushing you into this place of doubt. Maybe you've ignored some chances around you, or you've kind of failed to learn from the past. And so then that's also leaving you in this feeling of being disappointed and unfulfilled. So some of it is this whole idea that lessons will continue to repeat themselves and just get louder and louder until you learn the lesson. So it's not like, hey, if you had decided before this incarnation that, whatever was your lesson that you were going to learn, it's not like the universe is going to say, oh, we knocked on that door once, she didn't answer. I guess then that's not what we're going to do. Like, the universe and fate and destiny, it's like that obnoxious door-to-door salesman. It's not, they're going to keep knocking on your door louder and louder and pounding on your door until you open it. So keep that in mind, that if there's lessons to be learned, you can't bury your head in the sand and then hope that the lesson just goes away. So that's what we had in the current energy. The new energy coming in is, this is actually kind of a little bit of this dishonest, ruthless energy with the Five of Swords. And then that pushes you into this King of Swords, which is, sometimes the King of Swords is kind of that, authoritative figure, and yes, like disciplined and rational, but sometimes it's kind of a cold type of energy. It's almost kind of like, hey, this is what we're doing. I'm the leader. It's my way or the highway. I've said that this is what's happening. So it seems like that's kind of the knee-jerk reaction or the overreaction to this evolution. Like, like I said, with the Ten of Wands in reverse, like feeling overwhelmed and burned out. And so then you kind of both withdraw and you're in that lonely energy. But you're really not learning from the lessons. Like, you're not learning what made you withdraw. So yeah, there was stress and there was burnout, but what led to that feeling to begin with? How do you cut this feeling off before it happens? And the thing is, if you're not addressing that, if you're just addressing the end problem, which is, we're stressed out, let's both just retreat to our separate corners. And then, once our energy level is up, then we come back together again. But until you figure out what leads you into that place to begin with, the relationship is not going to thrive on the cycle of, getting exhausted and then just, going into your separate corners or your separate rooms, and then, coming back together. Like, you need to work on figuring that out. And it's not a my way or the highway. So it looks like what's happening is one of the two people in the situation is saying, okay, we can't keep looping like this. So this is what we're going to do. This is how it's supposed to be. I've said it. This is what we're doing moving forward. And I think that's going to cause more friction, because it comes across more cold and not very loving of an approach. So when we talk about this is the next kind of level of energy coming in, that's in the next couple of months. Let's take a look. We'll use this other deck and take a look at the, we'll call it 3 to 6 month time frame, and see what messages are coming out for that time frame. So we have our Ace of Wands, King of Pentacles, and or I guess in reverse, Knight of Pentacles in reverse. So your Ace of Wands is going to be some excitement and some creativity and some new beginnings. So there's kind of maybe a little bit of a new idea there about what to do and how to change things up to be more productive and fruitful. This is a card, the King of Pentacles is a card about kind of reliability and security. So while this is kind of a cold energy, this King of Pentacles energy is a little bit more of a warmer energy. Although with Knight of Pentacles in reverse, that's a little bit of maybe like a lazy, dull energy. So it kind of is waffling between the two. Like, it seems like one person is kind of excited about it, like, oh, we're trying something new, we're going to do something new, and the other one's maybe a little bit less enthusiastic about it. So that's kind of the energy that I'm seeing with this particular situation. Let's pull some oracle cards and see what other context we can get here. All right. Luck is on your side. So it maybe isn't a super short game here, but luck is on your side. So I think this energy, the Ace of Wands energy, and then the King of Pentacles, I think is going to be enough to push the Knight of Pentacles energy into a little bit more excitement there. So you have luck on your side. All right, let's take a look at our romance card. True love. This is the romance of a lifetime. So everybody goes in waves, or there's different phases in the relationship. So it looks like this might just kind of be one of those little bit of a hiccup type of phase. And some of that, it could be related to some of this heavy energy. We've talked about it a lot. There's a lot of different heavy energy. There's 7 planets in retrograde. So definitely a lot of heaviness there, but it doesn't mean that you're victim to all of that. You can still work through it. It's just a matter of sometimes being aware of the fact that you might be predisposed to some of those things because of different energies is helpful. All right. And this is a timing card, so I'll pull another one too, but this says, once you let go of the past. So some of this new excited energy is going to happen once you let go of the past. So there's been some stress and burnout and issues here. But if you can let go of the past, you can move past it. But if every time you try to move past it, it's, oh, let's talk about this, you're not going to actually move past it. And then this card, don't confuse activity with accomplishment. So as you're starting to do more things and some of this excitement and creativity comes back in, just make sure that you're not so busy with, hey, see, look, we're doing things, without making sure that that's actually doing something. So I would say with the Knight of Pentacles, if there's kind of this dull, indecisive type of energy, or maybe not indecisive, but it kind of this dull type of energy and lazy energy, it could be that you're not actually checking in with the other person to see, what they think about it. So here are some of the letters. If any of these are initials, maybe that's resonating with you. Vive, like to live. So this is, I would say, that's the only thing that's coming up in terms of the letters, because that's kind of a strange set of letters. But in French, that's the verb to live. So here's a few more if these are helpful. I don't know if we put those in there. Cure. So if you look at that, like the cure is to live your life and to have that excited energy. Live in the present, not in the past. But that is our message for today. So if this type of energy was resonating with you, then there's something for you in today's message. Otherwise, if it doesn't resonate, then leave it for somebody else and you can check in on the next one. So I wish you peace and joy along your journey. And we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.